What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy King JT. I'm back with another video. Woo! Anyway, y'all, I know I've been saying this a lot. I thank y'all again for y'all support. Continue everything. We're getting a lot of love. I got a chance this morning to read TikTok and YouTube comments, and I saw a lot of bad comments. Actually, I saw a lot of support, but I saw a lot of bad. So I'm gonna take everybody's consideration with my video, so I'm gonna attempt to do that. I don't plan to not say respond, but maybe maybe not respond in a negative way. So we're just gonna keep everything positive here. Sometimes I respond, but most times my editor usually responds for me. So it's not me, it's always him. So, and me and him both have an agreement already that we're not gonna crazily respond, but we are gonna respond to everyone, no matter if it's positive or negative.
Me personally,
yeah, we're gonna take everything in consideration as well. But yeah, guys, today's video, I'm gonna talk about how to actually start college. It's gonna be really kind of fast, sorta, only because I have a meeting in I gotta be there at 1. It's 12:30, and you gotta be there a little bit early. So yeah, we're gonna talk about how to actually start college, like I mentioned in my last video. So, and also in my next video, I'll talk about it again. Don't worry about it. All right. So this video, I'm gonna talk about how to start college, which is pretty simple. I kind of mostly went over it in my last video, but I'll go over it again. So basically, obviously you can't join and then go to college. It doesn't work like that. You gotta go through basic training first, then your technical school, and then depending on your job, most jobs usually have CDCs. If you don't, then it's probably dependent on the job training. So make sure you complete your CDCs, which takes a while. It takes maybe, the fastest I've seen somebody ever complete them is 3 months. And it also is dependent on how many volumes you got. I know with my personal job with the health service management, it's usually four volumes, and then you take a test on all of them, blah blah blah. And if y'all want more information on what CDCs are, I can give that to y'all as well. So you'll take your CDC, you'll take a test every volume, and then you'll take a test with your supervisor, and then you'll take another test with your flight commander, then you'll take another test.
Shit.
I know, it's a lot. Then you'll take another test with your functional manager, the functional manager for your job, and then everybody says okay, I think she's ready. So, or I think he or she's ready. And then, schedule for the real test. And then you'll just take it at from what I've seen, you'll take it at your local education center. Anyway, so cool. So once you get done with CDCs, when you at your first duty station, then it depends on your on-the-job training, which you'll do while you're in your CDCs too as well. It's not like this. It's simultaneous. You'll get signed off for it. From my experience, you'll get signed off for both. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you have a good relationship with your supervisor as well. And make sure y'all stay on topic with all your work. Stay on topic with everything. You want to show them that, I can not only handle my job, I can handle my CDCs. And also for future, you can be like, yep, I can handle my job. I know my job. Handle my CDCs. Pass the CDCs. I think you only need 70. I think at least a 70, I believe. I think it's a 70. I want to say 65, but I think it's a 70. So yeah, I think it's I'll just say 70 to be safe. So I think you need at least a 70, which is 100% attainable, but you just want to show your supervisor that you can handle your job and also your CDCs, and also show them that you can handle your job in college, because college is a lot. It's a lot. I think you really got to give up a little bit of your free time to get it done. Right, so once you get that done, like I stated before, I highly recommend going to the education center first and talking to somebody over there about college. See what they offer, because depending on your local base, your local education center, it varies. They could give you some information on a college that you might want to attend. If you want to just get it done like that, instead of either going, because you could probably go to college, you could actually probably attend college. If you actually want to get it done, you could either I know usually some colleges have colleges on base. You could do that, which I was considering, but then my supervisor was telling me about, you could try a fast track, the school that she went to. Actually, for those that really want to know, I go to a school called Trident International University. And if you are interested in going to that school or you got questions about it once you look it up, please comment them down below and I will gladly answer any questions. But it's basically like a fast track school, and they have like student advisor and financial advisor. You'll have both. Contact them anytime. Well, not anytime, but you can schedule with them appointments. So schedule with them, and then they'll help you out. So yeah, if anybody's interested in that college, y'all let me know that specific college. Let me know. And once you able to go to an education office, you'll have a meeting. They'll probably talk to you, then they'll probably schedule for another meeting. Figure out what your goals are. Are your goals just to get a CCAF, which is a lot of people, which is just it's equivalent to an associate's degree. So it's just equivalent to a 2-year degree. But I know some people want to commission. I know some people want a commission. Some people just want a bachelor's degree in their job. I don't know. Some people just want certification. It really just depends on what's your goal.
You lying?
But yeah, they'll go over that with you, talk to you one-on-one about all your stuff. You'll just tell them your information, tell them like what you're trying to do. Boom. I don't know if this is like typical. They scheduled me for like another meeting I went to. It was a few other people in there as well. Basically, whenever I like how to start college, you use your Air Force Virtual Education Center, and it basically shows you the funding. So for TA, for tuition assistance, and they'll tell you to learn like physical year. So it's really from the year starts in October for us. Well, not for us, but as a physical year. So with money and everything for the Air Force, it will start then. So in October, every like October, I don't know if it's exactly the first, but it's like around there. It's like around beginning of October, you'll get like funding every year. So each funding year is $4,500 per year. So you can use up to $4,500 per year. And after that, you can apply for scholarships, even loans. I recommend scholarships or grants. No, don't do loans.
Know your fucking place, trash.
But yeah, that'll be one of the things they go over about that. If y'all need more information on that, just let me know. But it's pretty simple. It's just $4,500 per year, so you can't go over that. You can go under, obviously, but you want to just, once you're in college, you want to keep going, because once you stop with just probably your personal life and your job, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot to handle. So you definitely want to just start and keep going. Even if it's just one class, just keep going. But yeah, like you'll go to that meeting, they'll go over TA, they'll go over like colleges, they'll go over like what grade to keep. You have to keep at least a 2.5 GPA, or if you fail any class at all, if you fail any class, you have to pay that money back. So like my class, for instance, are $1,000 each, $1,000 a pop. So if I fail one class, I gotta pay $1,000 back, and they're just gonna take it out your paycheck. So don't worry, you're not gonna have to pay it; it's gonna come out your paycheck. So yeah, so make sure you pass it with at least 70, 75. Just aim higher, aim for at least 75. But it's most stuff is pretty easy so far from what I've known. I did recently get like a C+ in one of my classes. It kind of was like a wake up call for me. Wake up! It was English, it was like a English, so we had to write so many essays, and like, oh my gosh. It was just too much for me at the time. I was on the fence of like, should I stay in college? Should I go? But I'm really committed to this. I really want to do this. I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, y'all, if you're really struggling, talk to your supervisor. I would definitely suggest if you really don't know if you really want to take it, then don't. Only take college unless you really, really know you can handle it. So just keep that in mind. I don't think they tell you that, but just keep that in mind as well. Just make sure you can handle it. So yeah, they go over those two mostly in the briefing, and they'll show you like step by step of like how to actually start college. And to actually start, you need approval from your supervisor. So every time you take a class, your supervisor has to go in Air Force Virtual Education and sign you off that say, hey, I'm giving him permission to use TA. So just keep that in mind. So that's why I say supervisors are important. Make sure you go through your supervisor with everything. Make sure you're ready to start. So yeah, and really, honestly, and then really, to me, I think the hardest part is picking a college. So pick a college, the best. I learned from learned from somebody that do find a college that is accredited. Do not go non-accredited college, because you will not get any credits for that. That is non-accredited, so you won't get credit for it at all. Simple as that. I would try to make sure the college is accredited, and try to find a degree that works best for you. That's how I would probably try to pick a college. I think it's the hardest because there's so many and you don't really know. So yeah, that's why I ended up listening to my supervisor. I chose Trident International University, which is It's really like, because I actually recently applied for FAFSA, so I'm assuming it was originally called like American University, something like that, American University. So yeah, when I was applying for a grant, once I used to start my TA. But anyway, if y'all want to know how to do more college once you run out of TA, let me know. That'll be a future video coming out. See how these go. If y'all have got any questions or concerns. But really, that's really it. That's gonna close out the video for today. Nothing too crazy. Pretty much cut and dry what I really went over already before. But if you got any other questions, in-depth questions,